Hello, Konami. Hopefully you can hear and see everything. Hello, Colin Tomlinson. Right, I think we should get started. It's a few minutes after I anticipated starting. So, good evening, hello, and welcome to the stream. I think I'll start with the £1 coins. These are not seal bags, but we didn't have too bad luck in the last one. These are today's coins as well, so hopefully we'll get something from these. It's just open the bag. Right, let's check that we've got everything. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. So we've got the correct number of bags. So I think we'll start. Not quite sure what's happened with my screen here. I seem to have both pictures. I shouldn't have both pictures normally, but anyway. So hopefully everything will turn out fine. And I think, excuse me, I think, what's happened? Oh, hang on 1 second. Right, everything's in place now, I think. Sorry about that. I just realised I didn't have something, so right. So we've got the right number of bags, we've got everything in place, and I think we will start with the £2. So let's just get the camera in place. Hopefully that's working. So I think everything's now in place and working, and we can start. So these are £2 coins. We haven't had a great deal of luck recently with some of the rarer finds, but we have been finding stuff. So hopefully today we will find some decent stuff. In fact, I think I can already see in the bags something, so I know we'll find at least one find. So use the technologies, and oh, that's a good start, isn't it? First bag, second coin, and we find a Magna Carta. So that's a good start. As I said last time, I think we found one of those last time. They're not that uncommon, but technically they're supposed to be a lot more uncommon than I seem to find these. But this is a 2015 coin. It's in decent nick. It's a Magna Carta. So that is, as Monty says, a brilliant start. What I'll do is I'll put them over here. Start that way around. That's the second coin. So, oh dear. Oh no. What was I just saying? A second Magna Carta in the first bag. I was just saying that I seem to find a few of these, and it's just gone and proved me correct with the second Magna Carta in the first bag. That's quite unusual. I don't normally find two, but anyway, that's good. Oops, the bag's falling over. So that's the first bag done. 2 Magna Cartas. So that's not bad. Not a bad start at all. Oh, and there's the first Charles Dickens. Not a particularly brilliant find, but we do find quite a few. And that's the start I'd expected to find first, really. So 3 finds and 2 of them are Magna Cartas, so that's not too bad. And we'll probably find that we won't find anything now in this bag, just to even it out a bit. Yeah. So I don't know what's happened with you this week, but I'm struggling to find banks that will give me coins now. All of a sudden this year they started to say, we can't give you coins, which is a bit of a pain, to say the least, especially when I'm in the situation I'm in, just starting doing these live coin hunts. But no doubt we'll overcome that. Ooh! And there's a second decent find. It's the Shakespeare's Tragedy. That's quite a good find as well. So that's 3 above face value, and only 1 not above face value. And Konami says I found 2 shiny Shakespeare tragedies today. Well, I just found 1, so I'm halfway there. So, oh, I wondered if this is somebody's. Well, it's not. It doesn't appear like it's a dump bag, because there's a golden guinea. So far, this bag is going well. It's another above face value. I suppose I should move that up a tad, because that's 4 above face value, only 1 below or at face value. Below face value will be a bit of a problem. So I don't know what's happened. Yeah. Right. Oh, definitely lacking the normal fine so far. Oh, this is weird bag, isn't it? There's a Shakespeare. There's a Britannia, if it'll focus. Come on, focus. Oh dear. Right, finally. So what one do we think this Britannia is going to be? 2016 or 2015? Of course it could be other years, but I think it's probably going to be a 2016 by the shine on it. And there it is. It's 2016. But that's another above face value. I'm running out of space. I have to move those over. That's this is a weird bag. I've not found face value ones. So few face value ones before, I don't think. Ah, there we are. Now we're getting back into the normal realms now. There's the DNA double helix. It's not above face value, finally. Ooh, and there's another one as well. That's Guy Fawkes, the gunpowder plot. If it's not focusing, why is it not focusing? Just gonna see if I can move the lighting to make it better. See if that helps. Well, that seems to focus the attention of the camera a bit better, so hopefully that's done the trick. So there we are. That is the first of those. It's the shape, I'm all fingers and thumbs today. That's the Guy Fawkes gunpowder plot. So that's the third. Finally, we're finding face value coins. So, what have I missed in chat? Konami saying found two oh yeah, I read that. I think they're making room for the new commemorative, I hope. Well, hopefully. Konami was saying 16, yep, that was 16. Feast of Chucky, hello, Feast of Chucky. Evening to you, evening all, he says. And Colin Tomlinson says something. Neely, don't know what that means, to be fair. Right, so, oh look, they're all coming thick and fast now. There's the 2007 abolition of the slave trade. Yep, so that's back to the normal sort of finds now. Start off with, we had, what do we have, 5. The first few bags above face value. And Konami saying, I think I had some £2, someone's £2 coin dump. They left a 2015 Britannia. 2 bags of. Oh right. So 2 bags of 2015s, that's good. I wouldn't say no to those. So I don't know what happened to that one. Looks like it's been in the wars a bit. Oh, this isn't looking so good, this bag. I don't know if you spotted that. That's a 50p, that's not a £2. So we've got 3, 6, 9, so I'm £1.50 down. Not even a commemorative. Oh dear. I don't know how people can weigh these and weigh them the correct amount. Oops. Oh, there we are. Didn't want to wait. That one didn't want to wait at all, did it? There's the Rugby World Cup from 1999. First one of those we've had today. And that's all in that one. Hopefully that's not all the finds in the first couple of bags, because I like to wait until the end really to find them if we can. And oh, there we are. There's a St Paul's V-Day. First one of those we've had as well. Oh, it's not the first anymore. There's the second one. 2 of those. Not above face value. So, yeah, we had a really good start in this bag. There's another abolition of the slave trade. Second one of those. Again, not above face value. Ooh, there's a couple of finds here, I think. I'll go with this one first. This one. Oops. Florence Nightingale. That was the first one of those we found. I think that one's something. Yeah, that one's not. That one looks suspiciously like something. Konami's saying, don't forget to hit the like button. Or, no, he's actually saying, forget to hit the like button. I think he means, don't forget. Hopefully. In the meantime, yeah, this is something. Oh, look, it's another one. Shakespeare's tragedies. So, I think I'm the same as Konami. Was it Konami that said they found 2 shiny Shakespeare's tragedies? Look what I found. You sure these aren't yours? You didn't accidentally put them back into circulation, did you, Konami? It is today. I did say at the beginning it is today's date on the bag. So we're doing well. We're doing well. I was going to put it separate, but there's so many already. I want to like keep space for the Northern Ireland when we find that one. So that one's a fairly good condition, 2002. Ooh, and there's another one. That's another Charles Dickens. Second one of those we found today. So far, anyway. Some of these coins are in good condition as well, actually. So, I don't know if you're all preparing for the storm for the weekend. We're forecasting quite windy weather over the weekend. Keep an eye on all that for the weather. We haven't had very much wintry weather this winter so far. Feast of Chucky saying getting lucky with the Shakespeare coins. Well, 2 of them. Yeah, we haven't got a whole set yet. Quite handy to get a whole set if we could. But we've got 2. What else did I miss? Konami saying mine are tucked away, so they're not Konami's, unfortunately, or fortunately for Konami. What's this 70s filter on the camera? What 70s filter? There's no 70s filter. Oh, there's another one. That's the 3rd. That's another Charles Dickens. I do, of course, check for the 3. So, yet again. This is getting boring now. I don't know if you spotted it. Yep, another 50p. So somebody's putting 50p's in the £2 bags and getting away with it. So I'm now £3 down. And they want to charge people for getting coins. I think they're already doing that. Right. What have I missed in chat? Anything? There's black bars on either side of the recording, says Owen. Is there? Oh. Maybe. Can't see it on my end, but I don't think that helps. I don't know if that helps. Does that help? We'll see. I've changed one of the settings to see if that helps. Oh, there's a Marconi. Wireless transmission. Oops, I think it's upside down. It's the first of those. Ooh, and there's another First World War. How is it, upside down or slightly skewed? It's a 2016 coin, and these always seem to be in a really good condition. I say always, nearly always. Obviously, apart from the fact that people aren't using £2 coins, they seem to get looked after. So, what else? Yep. Unfortunately, 50p's instead of £2 is not a good thing. So that's as I said, two consecutive bags. I'll have to check which bag this one's from, actually, which bank it's from. Because, oh, there's one. There's another Rugby World Cup, 1999. That's the second of those. There better not be too many of those. What with the fake £2 coins and the 50p's, I think I'm being charged already for getting these coins. They want to charge me more. So, not finding so many finds now, are we? There's still quite a few decent quality coins in here, though. Oh, there's one. I think we found one of these last week. That's the Great Fire of London. So we're not doing too badly today, really, considering, even though they've cost me £1.50. Sorry, £3 in the value of the coins. But if I'm finding finds like that, then I suppose I don't mind so much. Well, I do mind, but I can accept having to get charged, if you like. So that's a good find again. Ooh, there's another one. Yeah, that's weird. It looked very similar to the one I found the other day. It's got all this look like paint or something on it. But that's another Shakespeare's tragedies, if I could say the word. That's quite a find again. So it's 3. Pity we haven't found all 3 of the coins for the Shakespeare series, but haven't found a territory coin, £2, for a while either. Nothing in that one. So we're coming to the end. I think we've got 3 bags left. So, not a bad hunt. No Northern Ireland's Commonwealth or anything. Hello Coin Cupboard. Hello Scottish Coin Collector. Did I miss somebody? No. Oh, hello Laura. Yes, I did miss somebody. All of a sudden a load of people arrived. You've missed all the fun though, unfortunately. Oh, no you haven't. No you haven't. There's a London Rio handover. That is a spectacular find, I think. Those aren't that common. I waited 8 months, I think it was, to find my first one of these. And I've found quite a few since, but in the last year, I suppose, almost. But yeah, you don't find them every week, certainly not even every month. So that's a Rio handover, decent condition as well. So we've done really well, I think, today. Way more finds than we normally find. Wondering if that was a fake coin for a minute there. So despite being £3 down, we have done really well. What I missed in chat. Can't find any of the skulls. You can't find any of the skulls. I don't understand. You find them all the time. Says Coin Cupboard. Yay! Well, came at a goodish time. Says Scottish coin collector. Yeah, you came in at the right time there. Actually, I think that was probably the best find of the hunt so far. Even though we've got Magna Cartas, we've got Shakespeare's tragedies, we've got Britannia's and Great Fire of London's, we've only got that Rio handover just as you arrived. Oh, we've got one of these though, or two, or three. This is the fourth one, in fact. It's the Charles Dickens. Well, we've had quite a range of finds, but it was a slow start for the common finds to get going, really. And there's another one, Lord Kitchener, in 2014. And we're on to the final bag. Ooh, and the final bag. Ooh, that's weird. I don't know if you recognise this one. None of you are old enough to recognise this one. This was the old bags from HSBC, what is now HSBC. And these coins didn't come from HSBCs. That's the Midland. Very thick bag as well. Good quality in them days. I might keep that bag just as a keepsake. We'll see. So what we got in this last bag? Anything? We didn't find any. No, we didn't find any Commonwealth games, unfortunately. But yeah, that's a good find. So we did find 250p's. That's the downside, rather than £2 coins. So that's £3 down. Should be £4. We've got £1. But as a compensation, we got 3 Shakespeare's tragedy. That one's a bit of a tragedy because it's covered in what looks like paint or something. Not quite sure what that is. Perhaps I don't want to know. But that one's really good quality. And that one's just as good, really. It's just they seem to be slightly different shades, which always worries me when they have different shading on them. But they look genuine. There's 2 of those, 2 Magna Cartas. Those are good. A golden guinea, which I never seem to find in really good condition, but finds are fine, I suppose. The 2016 Britannia. It's a pity it's not a 2015, but we can't have everything, I suppose. The Great Fire of London. That's a good one. And the find of the stream, the Rio handover. Yay! So let's have a look, see who's commented in the chat. Did I say Coin Cupboard says what a hunt getting into Coin Cupboard territory? It's a bigger cupboard I have. That's the thing. So The detail on that coin is a bit overlooked, I think. It's amazing, yeah. Well, they're all quite amazing. I don't know which one you were talking about. Was it the Fire of London or the Rio handover? But yeah, they're both really good coins. Scottish Coin Collector says, looks like you've done well. Yeah, I think I've done well. Well, a hunt, says Konami. Yes, it's quite a decent hunt, really. It started off well. We found 2 Magna Cartas in the first... Was it in the first bag? It was in the first bag, wasn't it? So that started the hunt off to a great start. Coin Cupboard says, just uploaded when you went live. 50p error found was amazing. So yeah, I haven't had a chance to see it yet, obviously, so I'll look at it later. Imagine all old £2 coins. Well, I found the other week. I found an old £2 coin. Well, it was in my. I haven't got it in front of me now, but it was in my video. So, and I think it was in the review of the week. So you can have a look at it on there. What else have I missed? Coincover says, look after stream. I'll send you 10 comedies to release into circulation when you are... Well, yes, I have found... The weird thing is I have found a few comedies, especially recently. I don't think I've found... Have I found any this year yet? But just before Christmas I think I found a few. Yeah, well, we can do a swap. I've done about 10. I don't know if I got 10, but we've got a few. Konami says the 1066 I found is more interesting on closer look. 1066, what, the 50p you mean? We'll take a look, Coin Cupboard. Yeah. So that's up to date. So that's the first hunt. I'm going to put these to one side. Not sure. I think I'll keep that one separate. It's not such a good quality one, but we'll go with those. I'll keep those separate for the moment. It's 50p's because I want £3 back. Right. Let's put these away. Keep those separate, and we'll do some 50p's. Yeah, so again, these are sealed 50p's. Right. I'm not sure, they never put stamps on these ones either, so I never know where they come from or what the dates are or anything. But we'll have a look, see if we can find anything in here. Just got to be careful not move the lighting. I might have to move the lighting again, actually. Oops, sorry. I'm throwing it on the floor. Right. So let's just check we've got bags that we should have. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 14, 15, 16, 17, 20, 22, 24, 25. Yes, so we've got the right number of bags. Hopefully we've got some £2 coins instead of 50p's in this. Oops, I've got to move the camera. I moved it, didn't I? Right, so we'll see what we've got in the 50p's. If anything, hopefully, we've got as good a luck in the 50p's as we did in the £2. A couple of Olympics would do well. Right, let's get that in the right place. So, we've got the Britannias, the Shields, and what else? Have we got, that looks like a new one. Have we got anything decent? Not in the first bag by the looks of it. Nothing in there at all. I think we might have had too much luck in the £2 coins to get a decent lot of luck in the 50p's as well. Oh, no, there's something. There's Victoria Cross, Heroic X. That's the first find. And is that it? Oh, no. There's Christopher Ironside. One, two, yeah. Oh, and there's another. There's another Heroic X. And what have I missed in the chat? Anything? Scottish coin collectors say, are tragedies easy for you to find? For me, not easy, but I do seem to find a few. Histories and tragedies in particular. Not every hunt, but to be honest, those are the ones I'm more likely to get in change. The Shakespeare's histories and Shakespeare's tragedies, I think, in particular. I have had a couple in change, so yeah, I do get them in change occasionally, very occasionally, but I have done a couple of times, I think last year. How about you send me 10 Commonwealths, Coin Cupboard? You can defo spare a few. Well, I don't know about that, but yeah, that's a few. Still no comedies here for me, says Konami. Yeah, well, I think you're down south, aren't you? So it seems like all the comedies are up north rather than down south. Catch. Coin Cupboard saying catch and release, Monty. Have you got a Kew Gardens? Feast of Chucky says. If you're talking to me, yes, I've got 2 Kew Gardens Feast of Chucky. I did have, well, I found 4, but the first 2 I found were in change from the same shop, about 6 months apart, and I put them back into circulation because I didn't know better. Although the second one I didn't intend to put back into circulation. It was just, I put it to one side and then must have picked it up by accident once. But that was before I was collecting, obviously, so I didn't actually find any until last year. And I found 2 in the space of, 4 months, and both in bags of coins that had virtually nothing else in. So never give up. Never give up, as they say. That one's a bit moth-eaten. Although I don't think moths had anything to do with it. Well, a bit left in on the ground for fines now. As I said, I think we did too much in the £2 coins to find a great deal in the 50p's, but who knows, we might find a Kew Gardens again. It's always possible. Oops. Always possible. But not that coin, that one's a People Act 2018. Not above face value, but it's a different find, at least. Oh dear. That one's Jeremy Fisher, but it looks like it's seen better days. I don't know what's happened to it. Been buried, I think. Not very good condition, that one. Never mind. We're not really interested too much in Jeremy Fishers. But we'll see. I was wondering if we'll find a Brexit coin anytime soon in circulation. Shouldn't be that difficult to find once they start going into circulation, with 3 million of them going in. But when that will be, I'm not sure. I've had questions from the bank staff today to say they haven't found any yet, which I wasn't expecting them to do, but we'll see what happens. I think some of these might have been searched, you know. Hopefully not the whole bag. These are from today, I think. Hopefully. Yeah, Konami says he's down south. Yes, nice, says Feasty Chucky. You're just being selfish, Coin Cupboards, Monty's saying. I don't know why you're not finding, well, in particular the Shakespeare's tragedies or histories up north, because I wouldn't have thought they would have been specific to a particular part of the country, but who knows. Oh, there we are. We can't go with a hunt without finding our Benjamin Bunny. It's the first one of those, so halfway to finding a 2017 set. But anyway, we'll have to wait and see, I suppose. Who gets the first Brexit coin on camera, on my stream, whatever. Problem is, of course, there are coins out there already. Obviously I've got one already, because I've got one from the Royal Mint. But obviously it's not a proper find until you find it in a hunt. I think these have been searched, you know, because there's very few finds in them. But I don't mind that if we find a Kew Gardens in amongst them. It'd be quite ironic if I did find a Kew Gardens, having just spoken about it. Although the last two Kew Gardens, I think the first one I found 4 finds in the entire bag, including the Kew Gardens. So I think we've beaten that one. What we got so far? We've got 6. Yeah, so we've already beaten that. and I'm not finding a great deal in these. But we never know when we find that all-important coin. Oh, there it is. There's that all-important coin. Oh no, it's a dictionary. Johnson Dictionary, first one of those we found. Oh, I'm lying. Second one we found. If you go all that time without finding anything, then find 2 out of 3 coins. Nothing else. I think I'm struggling to get 50p's, you know. There's quite a few people that collect them, apparently, I've heard. I'd like to know what the Royal Mint think of the banks stopping people getting coins, actually. It's basically putting them out of work. I'm sure the government would have, I'm sure the government would have something to say about it, because obviously the money that the Royal Mint make is supposed to go back into the Treasury. Percentage of it, anyway. I don't know that they understand. I'm not finding anything. What I missed in chat. Scottish Coin Collector says I need to go. Bye. Why? Scottish Coin Collector. Coin Cover says, what happens if I get £250 worth from the post office? Does that count as a hunt? Of course. Any hunt counts as a hunt, whether you get them from the bank or the post office, depending on how you get them, of course. If you work in the post office, it's a bit of a cheat, in my opinion. Oops. Konami saying team only because it's first I found. Says it all. By Scottish says Konami. Does anyone have any full bags of commemorative £2? I'm sure somebody does, but I don't. Bearing in mind, of course, I didn't start collecting until 2018, and they haven't released anything for 2 years at that point, so I'm sure Coin Cupboard has. They've been collecting a lot longer than I have. Oh, he says he hasn't. I just read down below. I never get sealed bags, he says. Well, I never get sealed bags, but that's probably because they don't have any at the moment. Well, that's not true. They do have sealed bags. In fact, I might even have some today. I didn't check, but there may be some sealed bags for £2 coins, which I may do next if people are interested. Because we're not finding very much in these 50p's. I've got a feeling these might have been searched, you know. All the ones that you found are fairly common. I'm sort of rushing through, well, not rushing through, but I'm not hanging around. I don't think I'm likely to find much. The odd territory, possibly. and the odd Benjamin Bunny. There's the second Benjamin Bunny. What have I missed in chat? And Monty says, do they even come as sealed bags like the 50p's? Yep, I'm guessing they do. Full commemoratives. I don't know whether the full commemoratives come in sealed bags as such, whether they're mixed in with the other coins, but I'm guessing they do. Some of them do. Depends how many they mint, I suppose, but they haven't been doing any for a while, so I'm guessing the last time they did that was in 2016, so several years ago. What's that one? It's not a commemorative or anything, it's just very worn. Yeah, so anyway, we're on to the last few bags. We haven't found a great deal in these 50p's. I suspect these have been hunted already. But you can't really, at the moment, I can't actually get sealed bags of 50p's very easily. So I have to get what I'm given. And as I said, who knows, could be a bag with a Kew Gardens in. So, speeding through. I will go through them again just in case there's anything of any note. We're on to the last 3 bags. As I said, I think our £2 hunt started with too much good luck. There's not a lot of luck in these. I do have another bag if we get that far. Right, on to the last couple of bags, and I think it's going to be a bit of a skunk bag, this one. No significant finds at all. But that means that they're still out there to find. So, final bag. We'll go back onto some £2 coins. I think we've got sealed bags, £2 coins next, and then we'll go back to some more, some more £2, 50p's. And I don't think there's going to be anything else in here. No, that's it. So that's definitely a search bag, but I can't not search it. So we found 2 dictionaries, 2 Benjamin Bunnies, 2 Victoria Cross Heroic Acts. What did we find? 1 Christopher Ironside, 1 People Act, and 1 pretty grotty Mr. Jeremy Fisher. So that's it. 3, 6, 9 finds. Straight back in. Straight back into the not a very successful hunt. So that basically means that it's rounded up the good luck or bad luck. So these we can go back into £2. These are sealed bags. So if you want me to do the £2 next, I'll do £2 in the seal bags. See what we can get in there, and I'll have a look at the chat, see what I've missed in the chat. Care Bear. Oh, hello, Care Bear. I didn't see you turn up. It says she says my post office will not give me seal bags anymore. Yeah, well, the post office aren't that helpful to me either. The post office has been pretty awful, actually. Apart from one person, and that's only relates to £2 coins, unfortunately. Monty's saying, I think that if commemorative £2 get released this year, there is a good chance a coin tuber somewhere will get a full bag of them. Well, that's if they release enough. They might only release 100,000 or something, of course. We'll see. Hello, MTB. Hi. I haven't seen you here before, I don't think. Monty says, safe to say this 50p hunt is not as good as the £2. Yep, win some, lose some, as Monty says. It's just a shame we don't have a bank here. It's in the next town. Putting up bags means, yeah, well, that's the problem with banks. They're closing the banks left, right and centre at the moment, and if you haven't got a bank local, it makes it a bit difficult. Same for me, says Konami. They can be a funny bunch in the post office, he says. Well, technically they're not supposed to release coins unless you have a coin card in the post office, but that seems to vary depending on where you are in the country. If you're in Scotland, it doesn't seem to matter. But if you're in England and Wales, it seems to. Monty's saying, how is your luck, Konami? Do you find puddle ducks, Newtons, Olympics, etc.? I haven't found any Newtons in a long time, actually. MTB says, I am starting a YouTube channel soon. Well, good luck on that, MTB. Everybody seems to be starting one recently. Care Bear, the post office workers are not even employed by Royal Mail. Well, no, because the post office isn't Royal Mail. Care Bear. The post office is the post office. When the privatisation of the postal services happened, I think it was in the 80s. They split the post office and the Royal Mail into two separate companies, essentially. Although it changed after a while. But yeah, the post office and the Royal Mail are two different entities. They're not the same thing at all. Obviously, they work together in some ways, but they're not the same. Coin Cupboard. I've already seen 2 sealed bags of what are meant to be Brexit coins. There will be so many. Yeah, there will be, I think. Well, not necessarily all at once. I think what will happen is actually the initial 3 million or so, whatever they actually release, won't be that easy to find. I mean, you might get a sealed bag or 3, but they might not be that easy to find. But then there'll be a gap, and then later in the year there'll be a whole bunch of them coming in, because they're going to release about 7 million, they reckon, additional ones. So I think that's what happened to me earlier in the week. I got a bag of 50p's thinking, oh yay, got sealed bags, and then it turns out they were 2019 shields, even though we're in 2020 now. So that wasn't very happy. I wasn't very happy about that. MTB says, I found you from Christopher's Discord. Well, thanks very much to Christopher. Thanks for following it up. David, hello David. Hi CoinPig, what did I miss? You missed the best part, the £2. I'll go back over it later if you want, but I've got some more £2 which I'm just about to go through. And he's saying, I uploaded my first video today. Well, good luck on that, David. Is that was a hunt, was it? Monty saying, the workers at my post office are collectors, so siphon off the good toys. Yeah, well, I think there's quite a lot of that stuff happening, unfortunately. There seems to be it seems like that a lot of people either get jobs because they're collectors at the post office or turn into collectors because they're at the post office, which isn't fair on the rest of them, and it's against the rules, to be fair. But of course it's very difficult for an outsider to know what's happening. Konami says, I have a good relationship with my postie. Small mum and pop store. Do we call them mum and pop stores in the UK? I don't. I've been through all but £200 of £2 coins. Yeah, I do get some £2 coins from the post office because apparently they don't like £2 coins. Not sure why they don't like them. It's very easy to count. There's only 10 a bag, so it's quite easy to count them as well. But sometimes I get offered them from the post office, although I didn't go today, so maybe tomorrow. They only let me take out 10 bags at a time, says Konami as well. Yeah, that happens quite a lot at banks as well as post offices. Right, should we go through these £2 coins? These are seal bags. So I don't know what's going to be in these. I don't have much luck with seal bags quite often, but it's something that they are sealed. Hopefully I won't get 50p's in these ones. Well, at least unless they're full of Kew Gardens anyway. So what we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 25. So we've got the right number of bags. We'll start, I think. So, have I missed anything again? Chat's going quite quickly today. Actually, I'm going to take my jacket off because it's getting rather warm in here. Right, let's start with this bag. See if we can repeat the luck we had in the last £2. I don't know if we will, but we'll see. Oh, there's the first find. That's Brunel Arches, or Brunel's Achievements. Not above face value, unfortunately. Oh, and there's a second one. There's the 2007 abolition of the slave trade. Not such a good start as, oops, throwing the bags in the other bag. Right, so not such a good start as the first one. Didn't find two. This is why I say that I prefer unsealed bags in some ways. First batch of £2 coins were unsealed, and we found two Magna Cartas straight away. This one we found two. Okay, they were commemoratives, but just two face value ones. Ooh, there's another one. There's Brunel Portrait. It's actually in quite decent condition, considering. Sometimes those are a bit difficult to find in good condition. Did Christopher find a Shakespeare comedy in his seal bags this week? Or was that last week? I lose track of when it happened. But I think it was this week. There's another one. There's Marconi, it's a wireless transmission. Hopefully that will set the trend for this hunt as well. Put those in the right place. What were missed? They told they don't use two. Yeah, Canary was saying they don't use £2 that much. Well, this is the problem with the £2, because obviously with the number of fakes that I'm finding, the fact that people don't want to use them, why they don't want to use them I'm not sure, because they're much easier to use than even the £1 coins. But maybe it's the number of fakes, maybe it's because they don't fit in their purse or their wallet or something, I don't know. Oh well, nothing in that one. Oops, right, I keep hitting the camera. Oh, there's another one. There's Trinity House, Lighthouse. Again, not above face value. And there's another Brunel Portrait. There's 2 in a row. No, not 3 in a row. As I said, I haven't found a territory one lately. These £2 coins. Used to find quite a lot of them. There's another Brunel Achievements. Second one of those. Oops. Oh dear. There's a Guy Fawkes. No, we didn't find any. Oh dear. I'll have to have a sip of a drink. Bear with me a sec. Right. All of a sudden got dry throat. Suddenly gets very warm in here when I'm doing the hunts, because I've got all the lights on. I must add another 10 degrees or something, I don't know. Either that or it's my blood boiling. Oh, there we are. There's a Rugby World Cup from 1999. So definitely not having as much luck in this one as we did in the first one, despite them being sealed bags. Yeah. Right. Now, obviously, I'll be looking for things like the DDO coins and errors and things like that when I go through them again. But oh, there's another one. Another 1999 Rugby World Cup. the second one in this hunt. Hello, oh, I've seen Colin. I thought I saw somebody new, but I'm not seeing it. If you change your setting on your camera from 4:3 to 16:9, you can get rid of black edges. Well, I have changed it, Colin, but I don't know if it'll accept it while I'm. Oh, there's one. There's a steam locomotive. Yeah, I have changed it, but I'm not sure if it's changed the settings on the stream. I think I have to stop the stream in order for it to change the settings. I'll try again. I did change something there. Yeah, see, it doesn't allow me to change it. I don't know if that's helped at all, actually. I don't think you'll find that's changed much at all, really. For some reason, I thought it was something odd, because for some reason I'm seeing two screens on, or two images on my screen. It's normally just the one. So unfortunately I can't change it because it doesn't seem to want to change. But anyway, let's carry on. Sorry if it's messing with you. I don't know why. This is the problem. I keep changing it, and it doesn't make any difference. But I did use settings from the last stream. So there's another St Paul's Cathedral. Also another first one of this hunt. V-Day. Dropping the coins before I even take them out of the bag. It's slightly annoying. It won't change, I must admit. Oops. Dropping the coins. I'm having not so much luck in this hunt. It used to be that you used to get one commemorative per bag when I first started, and bear in mind I've only been doing this for a short period of time, and so a lot has changed in about a year and a half. There's another Guy Fawkes or Gunpowder Plot. Remember on the edge. I don't know if you can see. No, you can't see. Ooh, we got something. Not entirely a waste. We got something finally. It's only a Britannia, but it could be a 2015 or a 2016 or even for 2017 or 18 or 2019, but it's unlikely to be those, because that would be an NIFC. I don't find many of those. So I'm wondering what this one's going to be. This one's going to be a 2016 or a 2015. I think it's going to be a 20. Actually, looking at it, it looks slightly less glossy, less luster on this one than the previous one, so it could be a 2015, but we'll see. We'll see. It is. It's a 2015. Yay! That's a good one. So we found a 2016 on the last one. That's 2015, so we've got a set now. Well, two. Right, let's just have a look, see what I've missed in the chat. Going back up, there's been quite a lot of chat going on, which I've missed. Sorry if I've missed yours, but David says, I say within a few years people won't be using coins due to online banking and contactless payments. Well, that's the thing, isn't it? That's why the Royal Mint are diversifying, or trying to. Jim says he agrees. Monty says cashless society one day. Bearing in mind, of course, that I think it's Sweden who said that they're going cashless by 2023, so within the next 4 years anyway. So if that happens, and there is some skepticism about the timescale on it, but if it happens, it would be the first country to go cashless, I think. Of any significant size anyway. There may be the odd island country or city-state somewhere, maybe, before that, but we'll see. But yeah, it'd be a sad time if that happens, but I'm sure it will happen, unfortunately. Konami says 20 years maybe, but well, 20 years in the UK maybe, but I think some countries may be going before that. David says, when I'm out shopping I don't use cash, I use card. David, you can't not use cash. I'm not telling you what to do, obviously, but if you're a coin collector, it's in your interest to use cash, I would say. Monty says, more and more people not carrying cash. Yeah. More in the banks for us to sift through, says Konami. Well, that's not actually the case, Konami, because if people don't use cash, then the banks won't have cash to give out. So we want people to use cash as much as possible, for as long as possible. I've already said that I'm having issues trying to get hold of coins, and if people stop using cash, if everybody stopped tomorrow, then I wouldn't get the cash out of the bank at all, I'm pretty certain. They're trying everything they can, to be honest, to stop people using cash, to be honest, I think. Jim says, I've said many times before that banks will stop giving out coins because it's cheaper for them. Yep. I mean, they're trying to avoid giving out cash all the time. I mean, bear in mind that cash machines are being taken away. They're closing banks. They're trying to encourage people to use online payments. They haven't even got, in some banks, they haven't even got staff that you can speak to. It's these machines that they're putting in place of the staff now in a lot of cases. So if you want to wait for half an hour or 45 minutes to see somebody and speak to them, then yeah, but the machines are taking over. Yep, so 2016 was David's guess. Konami says 2016 as well, but no, it was a 2015. And Coin Cupboard's thumbs up. I was wrong, says Konami. Colin Tomlinson's great find. You got a thumbs down, CoinPig. Oh, I got a thumbs down. Sven Collects will be out of a job, says Monty. No, this is the problem, Jim. Banks don't want us to use cash, but the Royal Mint obviously do, because they're the ones that are going to be out of a job if people stop using cash. Not tomorrow, perhaps, but they do it for other countries and other, territories and so on. But that's not going to be always. Some of these smaller countries will probably go cashless before we do. In some ways it'll be easier for them. Anyway, there's a Rugby World Cup again. It's the third one of those. So just slowed down a bit while I was catching my breath. But we've got a few finds, but only one above face value so far. Well, there's one. There's the Active Union. That's another one that's not above face value. Oh, and there's another one of the the Active Union. Just done that one. This one is the abolition of the slave trade, of course. I think I've already got that one. Yep, got that one already. Oh, there's 3 in a row there. And there's Brunel Portrait. I think, did we not have that? No, yes we did. I thought we had that one. Oh, and there's another one, 4 in a row. Abolition of the slave trade again. And they're trying to get rid of all these face value ones, aren't they? So, we've got one above face value. Can we get 2? Can we get a Northern Ireland? A Northern Ireland Commonwealth, that would be good. Any Commonwealth would be good. Unlikely, but anything would do. There's Lord Kitchener, not a Commonwealth. As I said last time, I think I don't have much luck with sealed bags. I do not have much luck with sealed bags, and I don't understand why. I'm sure it's the banks that do these sealed bags, especially for me. We're nearly done. We've got coming towards the end. We haven't found more than one above face value. There's a Charles Dickens. Did we not? No, we didn't have any. I thought we had some. That was in the previous hunt, obviously. Slightly threw me there. So, as I said, we're starting off with a pretty dodgy looking gunpowder plot, Guy Fawkes, whatever you call it. Third one of those. Yep, and that's the last of those. Yeah, so obviously we're going to batten down the hatches this weekend. It's been quite decent weather here for today. Well, looking at the forecast, the weekend's going to be a bit poor, especially on Sunday, I think. Well, come on. Got 4 bags to go. Four bags. And I'm not finding a great deal in these £2. The bank you had not bought. I'm not sure what you mean, Konami. Thumbs down is Bungle. Bungle wouldn't do that. There's another abolition of the slave trade. Can't be much luck in these bags. I don't like seal bags. I've decided. Never seem to have decent luck in seal bags. I don't get seal bags of £2 coins very often. This is maybe the reason why. What do you mean, Konami? Yeah, I didn't quite get what you were talking about, Konami. Sorry. Here's always ribbing CoinPig. No, I think it was just friendly banter. Rivalry, friendly banter. I'm no threat to him as a streamer either, so he does a way better job than me. Nothing in there. And you get better sealed bags, I reckon, as well. Final bag of the £2. Final bag. We're going to get a Northern Ireland in the final bag. Doesn't look like it. No. We got not a Northern Ireland Commonwealth, but a steam locomotive. But in fact, the steam locomotives are fairly rare. I don't find very many of them. In this hunt, we found 2, but I don't think we found one at all in the previous one. But yeah, I don't find many of them. So definitely the find of this hunt is the 2015 Britannia. It's the only one above face value in that one, so slightly disappointing. I'll keep that one to one side, the others can go back. I will go through them again when I bag them up again, just to check the DDOs and any errors and things like that. But I won't do that until tomorrow. And then what have we got? So we have got some. We've got some more 50p's. So I can do some more 50p's if you're interested. And I think that'll be it then. After that, because I couldn't get any 10p's today. I mean, I could get some 10p's, but it was like £20, and I thought, well, it's not worth doing £20 worth of 10p's, because that'll be over before it started. So we'll do these 50p's and see what's what. And these are from about 10 days ago, so I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. We'll see. Hopefully it's a good thing, but you never know. It could be ones that I already put into a different bank. Knowing my luck, it's 50p's. I don't think these are sealed bags, unfortunately. So these aren't sealed bags. Oh, as you can tell, that one just came apart in my hand. So we'll start with that one, I think. I'll just count the others. So 1, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15. Oh, there is a sealed bag. One sealed bag. 16. Oh, 2 sealed bags. I'll keep those to last then. 20, 22, 23, 24. Oh no, there's another sealed bag. So there is a mixture of sealed bags and non-sealed bags, but mostly non-sealed bags. We'll start with the non-sealed bag, since that was the first one. Hopefully, we'll have better luck in this lot than we did in the previous 50p's. Hopefully. Doesn't look very hopeful in the first one though. No, not very hopeful at all, the first one, but that's why I opened the bag for me. It looks like a fairly new bag as well, so I'm guessing these have been searched, these new bags. So we might start with those first, see what's what. See if they're all searched, because that would be annoying if they are. Oh! Yay! Found something. And it's a Paddington at the Tower, not a Paddington at the Cathedral. So, I don't know if you're Team Cathedral or Team Tower, but we didn't find any in the last hunt. But that one's Team Tower. Or I should say it's not Team Tower, it's the Tower. Sorry, I'm reading 2 lines at the same time. Did you say you had a book yet, says Feast of Chucky? I forget. No, I haven't got a book yet. I have got books, but I'm not actually storing them in a book because I'm waiting until I do the official start of the hunt, which may be fairly soon, given the trouble I'm having trying to get coins at the moment. But I've got so many books that I'm thinking of transferring a load into flips, or putting them in different formats so that I can reutilize the book that I've got, or books I should say that I've got, because we only need one book at a time, obviously. So rather than buying a whole new book just for that. So we may change that in the next couple of weeks. We'll see how things go. If I can get a source of coins, a reliable source of coins, then everything will change for sure. But at the moment, it's not so easy. Looking forward to Bungle's live stream on Sunday. Well, yep, that's a few days away yet, but yeah, so he does a stream on, I think it's 10 AM on Sunday mornings. I'm not always able to join, but I have done for the last couple of weeks, I think. Done the sealed bag last. We'll do the sealed bag last. Yeah, I'm going to do the sealed bags last. David. Yeah, he's not sure. He's not sure what he did. Anyway, stop reading the comments, getting distracted with the comments, and do the hunt. That's what you're here for, presumably. Sorry that I can't provide guarantees of decent coin finds lately, especially with the 50p's. It's been a bit tricky, which appears to be the same here. But I also haven't had many coin collection dumps or anything recently. Usually get a few mini ones when people, redeposit the, I don't know, the Beatrix Potter series or something like that. I don't think I've got any of those recently either. But it seems like 50p's are quite difficult to get at the moment for me. Not quite sure why all of a sudden that seems to be an issue. But still, there's something. It's just the second find. And there's Paddington at the Cathedral. So that's one each. Whether you're Team Tower or Team Cathedral. There's one each. That's all we found so far. Slightly frustrating. I think Christopher's taken all the things out of circulation. All the 50p's. He's doing, now he's doubled it and doing a live stream on Sunday as well. And he's taking all the coins. Well, got to blame somebody. Oh, there's another one. So that's 2-1. If it'll focus. Paddington at the Cathedral. So it's 2-1 to the Cathedrals at the moment. Oh, and there's a People Act. Not above face value, but it's a different coin to find. Not having many of those at the moment. We're talking, I think earlier today we were talking about the James Bond coin release. And that should be happening probably next month at some point. People are quite excited to find those, or not find them, because they're not going into circulation I don't think, but to see those at least. But they'll be great finding something at least. Not finding very much, are we? Yeah, it's definitely, and I have to say also, I probably won't be doing a coin hunt next week either, next Thursday. Oops, because I've got an eye appointment, so I'm not allowed to drive or anything, so I'm not going to be able to pick up coins, I don't think, next week. If I can, I'll pick up some beforehand, but that may not be possible. It may not be possible to do. I wish they wouldn't staple these things. It's the post office that does this. Stapling coin bags is not helpful to anybody. Can't even get the staple out, so it's just destroyed the bag then. Dear oh dear. What have I missed in chat? Popcorn King, hello. Welcome to the stream. Not having much luck with the 50p's unfortunately today so far. Looks like they've all been searched. So far we found a couple of Paddington at the Cathedral. and one at the tower, and our people act so far. So, oops, I'm throwing the coins away and just go, ooh, ooh! I was just about to give up. Now it's not in brilliant condition, but it's an Olympic. It's an Olympic table tennis. As I said, it's not in brilliant condition, but it's an Olympic. It's a find, and that'll do. That'll do. Finally found something worth finding. That's a good find, as I said. Nothing else, just that one. Oh, and now the finds are flooding in. There's Victoria Cross, Heroic Axe. So we're finding all the coins now. So that's weird that we haven't found any decent finds and then we find an Olympic. Not. This is what I was saying about finding a Kew Gardens. Ooh, there's a Tom Kitten. Not the best find ever, but it's a find. It's been fairly thin on the ground so far, but that's definitely kick-started the finds. That Olympic. It's not, as I said, in the best condition. Ooh, and there's another. There's another. There's an EU coin from, ironically, I haven't found one of these in a couple of weeks, but that's an EU from 1998. It's in decent condition as well. That one's above face value. Now people were asking whether that's going to affect the value of those coins now that we've left the EU officially. I don't think it will, because there's no specific demand for that particular coin, and obviously the mintage hasn't changed. However, it might have an effect on the 1973 coin, because that one is the one that's included in the set that you could buy from the Royal Mint, and at the moment they're actually selling for only about £2 or £3, because there was quite so many of them. But now the Royal Mint have been charging £20 for their set. that may have increased its value. Whether it will be long term and sustained, I don't know, but in the short term anyway. Popcorn King says, Olympic, way to go, yay. Oh. And David, oops, that's the thing. Just clicked on the wrong thing, so yeah. David says, can people go that haven't already go and sub to my channel? Yeah, once is enough though, David. Don't want people just asking every stream or every few minutes. And if you're enjoying this stream, I don't know why you wouldn't be, but if you are, then you can like this one as well while you're at it. Now we've got a couple of finds in the bank, as it were. I was trying to get up to 20 likes, I think, as well on the last stream. Don't think I managed it, but if we could get to 20, I would be pleased. we've got some finds. We've got some sealed bags to come up at the end of the hunt as well. So who knows, there could be a Kew Gardens in here. There could be. These look like 2019s, yeah. There's quite a few 2019 coins in here, and I'm throwing coins away as well. Oh, that's a sealed bag. Keep that one to the end. Another sealed bag. So, not finding a great deal now, again. I'm not quite sure why I'm having difficulty getting decent finds in the 50p's lately. However, seems to have already all of a sudden happened from the start of the year. Oh dear, that one's a bit tatty. Nothing in that one either. Can't wait for the Mayflower. Feast of Chucky, says Monty. Mayflower, is that one going into circulation? I'm not sure if it is. Trouble is, we don't know, do we? Until they go into circulation, really. There's the dictionary. First one of those, finally. Not spectacular find, but it's a find. We haven't had many of those. So, I don't know what. Oh, there's one. There's the Scouts. Come on, focus. Haven't had one of those. No, we haven't had one of those yet. What was I saying? I got sidetracked. I forgot what I was saying now. That's what happens when you get to my age, you forget things. I was saying about the well, the thing is with the coins, I'm not sure that the Royal Mint knows which ones are going into circulation. Not sure the Treasury knows, to be honest, at the start of the year. Especially now, since we've had a change of government, it could all change. As Christopher was saying, oh look, you've got a Paddington at the station. Don't get many of those these days. Don't see very many of those these days, but there is supposed to be an error on one of these, but I've never found one. I'm not sure that I've seen one online even. So I'm not sure that that's the case, but we'll see. So find. I do keep those for the moment. Oh, there's another Paddington at the cathedral. So it's 3-1 in favour of the cathedral. I'm not finding. Oh, I'm just saying, we're not finding very many, and then we find 3 in one bag. There's another dictionary. So we're coming to the end now. This is, I think, this is the last unsealed bag. And we've got several, 5, I think it is, 6 2, 4, 5, yeah, 5 sealed bags to go through as well. So hopefully we'll make up for it in those sealed bags. Unless they've already been looked through, of course. It's always possible. But there's nothing in this one. So, sealed bags. Now, hopefully they're not sealed bags of 2019 shields, but that one isn't. But will they have anything in? Will there be anything in here? Well, not in this one, but it's that. Oh dear. Oh, there had to be a Benjamin Bunny. There had to be a Benjamin Bunny. That's the first one, isn't it? Yeah, that's the first one. So, yes, there was a find, but it was a Benjamin Bunny. That's the first one there. Oops. Cool, quicker than I was anticipating. Nearly had all the coins all over the floor. What have I missed in chat? Can't wait for the Mayflower Feast of Chucky. Like, no, I'll buy them all bunk, whether they get released or not, says Monty. Obsessed. Well, David says, gotta go and play Xbox, basically. I think he's trying to say. Well, good luck on that. Oh, look. Finds are coming all over the place. There's a 2017 Peter Rabbit as well. So actually, we haven't got a full set yet, despite everything. We're still waiting on a no, Mr. Jeremy Fisher, isn't it? We're still waiting on. Nope. There's another Peter Rabbit, 2017. Ooh, there's a 2017 Shield. So that's worth something. It's not what we're looking for necessarily, but that'll do. Put that to one side. I don't normally spot those when I'm searching these seal bags, or any bags. So, down to 3 bags now. Another Olympic, maybe? Isaac Newton, maybe? Not finding many of those. It's just slightly frustrating that I'm not finding. Oh, there's another Tom Kitten. Crazy Eyes, as Christopher calls him now. Well, this is disappointing, to say the least. Two bags to go. Because then I find this Kew Gardens or this Olympic, you better hurry up. Well, as a people act, that'll do something. Second one of those. Nothing else. So, final bag. Final bag of 50p's. Have we got anything in the final bag that we can write home about? Doesn't look like it. I think even the seal bags were searched, you know. That's it then. So the find of the hunt, well, it's a toss-up between a dirty Olympic or not very clean Olympic table tennis and an EU presidency, 1998. So that's, I don't know which one you'd go for. I think the Olympic will probably have to win, just because it's an Olympic, even though it's not in the best condition. It's just a bit dirty. It's not particularly damaged. It's just dirty, I think. So that's those. So we got a Paddington at the station as well, but no Paddington at the Palace. We got 2017 shields. There's probably more. If there's one, there's usually more. I'll put those to one side. I'll keep the Paddingtons. I'm keeping those for the time being, but they'll probably all go back eventually. And the others, I think, will go back. Sometimes have a look at the scouts or some of those coins, because they've been around a while and sometimes you can get a decent quality one. I don't think that's the case here. So EU is better, says Jim. Well, it's a better coin in terms of the condition and so on, but I think they're about the same sort of value, really. So I'm not basing a choice on value particularly, but yeah, I think it's a toss-up between the two, really. Nice EU, says Konami as well. Olympic too far gone, Jim says. So perhaps the EU is the best. Neither of them are spectacular, I must admit. Yeah, it's just a bit dirty. It's not. I don't think it's damaged more than, you know. I mean, obviously it's been in circulation, but I don't think it's particularly badly damaged or anything. It's just discoloured and a bit dirty. It's probably been handled by a few mechanics or people in garages, working garages and stuff with dirty hands. Anyway, that's that. I don't think I've got anything else to search. We haven't done too well on the 50p's. The £2 was amazing. The first one was amazing. Oh, I have got some more £2 actually. I have got some more £2. I just realised, because I got a third bag. So I could go through some more £2. Unfortunately, I haven't got any more 50p's because I couldn't get any today. And next week, I probably won't be able to get any either. So it's up to you whether you want me to go through the £2 again. These aren't seal bags, but the seal bags didn't really help last time, did they? So if you want me to go through them, I will. I found all the coins I need to find apart from the Brexit coin. So the Brexit coin is the only coin I haven't found in the 50p's or £2 coins. Of course, I haven't found all the 10p's, the 2019 10p's in particular. I haven't found all of those by a long chalk. I think I've only got about 4, maybe 5, and I can't get 10p's either at the moment. So we'll have to wait and see. I'm gonna change stuff. Maybe not until after Easter though. That's the problem. So yeah, Jim says I was thinking condition. David says, I'm back while game is uploading. Are there any fines? No, not really. Did you miss the Olympic fines? I think you might. I don't know if you saw the Olympic fine, David. That was the Olympic table tennis and the EU presidency in 1998. Those are 2 fines of note. So I got, as I said, I've got some £2 coins. No one said that they want any more £2 coin hunts, so perhaps I won't bother doing the £2. I'll save that for another day. And hopefully I can get some 10p's next week. But my main stream will probably be on Tuesday of next week. The problem is, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get the coins in time, because obviously I can only get them on Monday or Tuesday, and sometimes Mondays is a bad day. Well, David says, pity, I'll stay for the £2. So do you want me to do the £2? Thumbs up if you want me to do the £2. Thumbs down if you don't. I see what you all say. I'm just going to check something on my settings a minute. Yeah, see, it doesn't allow us to change anything there. I want to see if I could change anything. If you're watching and you haven't liked as well, I'd like it if you could possibly find it in you to like the stream. See if we can get to 20 before the end of it. It's not that close at the moment, but yeah, everybody's putting thumbs up. So will this be the final bag? So we'll go with the £2. These aren't sealed bags, so we may find something based on what's just happened. I don't normally get this many £2, but I think what happened was I messed up last week and I had extra £2, so we'll see what happens in this bag. Sorry if I keep forgetting to tell you when I'm just about to empty the bag. So, let's just put the 50p's out of the way. So, what have we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 22. Oh, I've lost count now. 22, 23, 24, 25. Yeah. Thought for a minute I had 26 bags. That would be good. I did. Make up for the £3 I'd lost on the previous one. But no, I got the right number. So, final bag, £2 coins, or final £500 worth of £2 coins. And see what we can find. Oh, there we are. I found a find straight away. Not above face value, but it's a DNA double helix. That's a good find. Not above face value, but it's a find. Let's see what else there is in here. Nothing else in that one. And oh, first one out in that bag. That's a Marconi wireless transmission. Again, not above face value, but it's a find. Ooh, two together there. We don't find many of the this one, but first of all we got a Brunel portrait. And we don't find, as I say, we don't find that many of these Charles Darwins. My stomach's rumbling. I'm still waiting for food, I think. There's a Charles Darwin. First one of those we found tonight, I think. So, I'm surprised the Charles Darwin ones don't go from above face value actually, because they aren't that common from my point of view. Don't find many of them. There's one we do find a lot of. That's the VE Day, St Paul's. Nothing else. What have I missed? Thumbs up for CoinPig. This is Popkin. Pop Coin King, even. Not Pop King Coin. It's past my bedtime and you are still going for it, Coin Cupboard says. Yeah, well, I did ask. I don't know. This is the last bag. This is the last 500 pounds even. So I'm not going to hang around too much. I keep putting the coins in the thing in the wrong place, which doesn't help. So this is another St Paul's. I'm determined to find this this Commonwealth Games Northern Ireland. That's the Brunel portrait. We should find one at least tonight, surely. Hopefully, anyway. Oops, I'm throwing on the floor again. There's another Brunel portrait. That's the third one. Not sure what's David asking. DDO? Question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark. Yep. And look, I'll do the DDOs after I've done the stream, because you don't want me to go through the DDOs. I have to find the right years, and you know what a DDO is, presumably, do you, David? Nothing there. Queen Cupboard saying he's found another DDO. DDO is a doubled die obverse. Basically, on the, obviously I haven't got one in front of me now because I wasn't prepared, but obviously this is the obverse on the design, if it will focus, and you'll see doubling, particularly on the initials below the portrait, and on the text around the edges, Elizabeth and so on. And that's caused by an error in the hubbing process. So it's when they transfer the design from the, I mean, it happened in 2010 quite a bit, I think, on the £2 coins, but it's when they transfer the design from the original design to the die, and for some reason it gets, I don't know if it gets moved or whether the process, you know, if you knock the table, as it were, when the things actually transfer in the design, then it'll transfer it twice essentially. Well, it looks like it's twice. It's difficult to say really, but it's basically two images, and some of them are quite strong, some of them are not quite so strong. I found some DDOs recently which are not that strong, and you have to really look to find them, but other times they'll be quite obvious. But obviously you need something to look close, a magnifying glass or a loop or a camera on your phone or whatever. Anyway, there's a 1999 Rugby World Cup. First one of those we found in this one. So that's good for coin cupboard. And another. But as I said, there are various versions of the DDO coin. Some of them are much more obvious than others, and you have to look quite closely. Oh, look! We found another Magna Carta. It's the third one tonight. That's a good find. I do find quite a few, as I said earlier. And that's the third one tonight. I've only found the Commonwealth Games as often as we found those. I don't know. Be good. We haven't found that many. Oh, just say we haven't found that many, and there's another one. There's a Lord Kitchener. Not above face value, but it's a good one. And what else? Anything else? Oh, yes, something else. There's a King James Bible, which is even rarer, or in my experience anyway, it's even rarer than a Great Fire of London or a Rio handover recently. There is a different version of this, or an error, or whatever you like to call it, with an extra bit of metal on the top. I don't think that's got that on here. Can't see it, no. But that is a good find. That's another really good find. And guess what? It's not in a sealed bag. I just don't have very good luck in sealed bags, obviously. That's a good one. I like that one. Who said we weren't going to find anything in these? Oh, there's a Brunel Arches. Brunel's Achievements. No, we haven't actually found that one yet. Oh! Oh! A Commonwealth Games. Oh, a Commonwealth Games. That's, I was just saying we weren't going to find any tonight, and what did we find? Now, it's not a Northern Ireland. It's not a Northern Ireland. It's not an England. It's not a Scotland. It's a Wales. I think somebody wants one of these. Seem to remember. Yay! It's not in brilliant condition, but it's a Commonwealth. Regardless, it's a Commonwealth. For some reason, I'm running out of space. That's a good find, that one. It's getting better and better, this hunt to me. That might be the peak though. That might be the peak. It's the second most rare, if you like. So that's a good one though. It's definitely a good one. Don't find many of those. And there's a Marconi wireless transmission. And I thought I'd seen one of those before. Yeah, that's a good find, that one. What did I see? A couple of great finds there, says Coin Cupboard. And the games, yep, a games. Yes, a Wales. It wasn't an old liners, it was a Wales, but I'll take a Commonwealth Games any day. He wants one, says Jim. Anyone I haven't got? Popcoin King says I need one too. Yep, we all need one. You'll get another in this bag, says Coin Cupboard. Well, we'll see. We haven't had much luck at all with the 50p's, but with the £2, apart from the middle hunt, we've not been too bad today. I shouldn't say things like that because immediately we get nothing in that bag. Well, hopefully we'll get. This is the thing, you get nothing in a bag and then you get quite a few in the next bag, so we'll see. I don't think that's going to help though. I don't think that's going to help, but let's have a look. Oh, another good find. Oh, if it will focus anyway. Another good find. I found one of these, was it last week? I don't find many of them. That's a London centenary, 2008. This is turning out to be quite a spectacular hunt, considering. So that's another above face value. Actually, what I'm going to do, so I'm running out of space, so I'm going to move these all up one. Start second row for those. That's a good hunt, that one. Oh, I don't believe it. I'm going to do this one first. There's a Charles Dickens again. Or again, I think that's the first time actually. Yeah, it's the first one in this hunt. But guess what the next one is? Guess what the next one is? Well, this is turning out to be better than I could possibly imagine. I wasn't even going to do this bag, was I? I wasn't going to do this bag. It's a good job I did. Well, I would have done it at some point. But that's the second London centenary. That's just weird. Find two in one hunt. And there's another Charles Dickens as well to boot. Oh, and there's a 2010. Should I look at this one as well? See if it's a DDO. Ooh, it might actually be a DDO as well. Is it? Can you see it? It's not. No, it's not, is it? It's not a DDO. It's very difficult to see without. It's very difficult to see without looking. I'll keep it to one side though, just to check. I was gonna show show you if it was a DDO, but I don't think it is. Well, that's quite special. Don't find a Commonwealth Games 2 Olympic centenaries and a King James Bible in the same hunt very often. Magna Cartas I do find occasionally, but that's quite a spectacular series of finds, really. And there's another one as well. That's not so spectacular, but it's a golden guinea. That one's a good find as well. Thought for a minute that was something as well. What we are missing is the territory coin. I haven't found one of those in a long time. I don't particularly want to find a Mexican coin, but I did find a few of those for a while. But yeah, this is quite a spectacular hunt, or series of hunts really, because it goes from 0 to hero, these hunts. There's not a spectacular one in there, but that's a Marconi. Focus. Yeah, not spectacular, but it's a find. That's the third one of those we found. This bag's looking a bit tatty. Does that mean that there might be something in it, or does that mean that it's not very good? I don't know. Let's have a look. It looks like it's nothing in it, unfortunately. Oh! Oh no! Another Magna Carta. My hands are filthy, but I don't care. I'll wash my hands once I've done. There's another Magna Carta. That's now the fourth one? Is that the fourth one I found today? Yeah, I think that's the fourth one I found today. That's another above face value. Yeah, this is one of those hunts where it goes from nothing to everything. But we're getting towards the end now, so there can't be that many finds to come. Oh no! Another Rio Olympic handover. This is, I would say this was somebody's dump collection, but they're all over the place, so I don't think it is. But that's another Rio handover. We had one earlier, we haven't had one in this hunt, but that one is the second one of those as well. So I was just saying we're not going to find much now. This is why I like sealed bags though, because people can quite easily say if they're not sealed, it's all fixed. But obviously, well, you didn't actually see me open the bag, unfortunately, yeah, but I did open the bag. Oh, there's one. There's another abolition of the slave trade. Another one? Oh no, actually it's the first one of those. I thought for a minute that was a DDO one. No, well, we've only got 4 bags to go, so I don't know that there'll be that many now. I can't be that many more to go. These finds, if any at all. I think we've definitely overdone the luck. Yeah, see, there's nothing in that one. There's nothing in that one. So 3 bags to go. I think we may have just peaked now with those finds. These look like they're nothing spectacular. No. I don't know what else we can find. Well, CoinCover did say that we were going to find another Commonwealth Games, so if we don't, I'll blame him, but no, I'm just kidding. No, I don't think we're going to find anything else now. I think that's the final bag. This is now. This is the final bag. There is something in the final bag. It's only a act of union, but that's it, and nothing else probably now. Oh, DNA double helix. That's another decent quality one of those. Second one of those, yeah. I think that's it then. Yeah, that's it. So we didn't get much in the last couple of bags. But that is a success, I'd say, that £2 hunt. And bearing in mind, I wasn't even going to do it. I wasn't even going to do that. So what have I missed in the chat? Coin Cupboard, beware, he's coming for your £2 King title. I don't think I will, actually, Monty. Is this my best £2 coin hunt ever? I don't think it is. I don't think it is. I think I've had a dump hunt before, which I think I've had, how many, I can't remember how many, I think I've had 4 or 5 Commonwealth Games, so it's not technically my best, no, but it's certainly unexpected, and I've had a variety of coins. I don't know that it's a dump of coins, because they were different bags, they were different setups. Some of them had nothing in at all, others had good finds, so it may be that somebody's just dumped a load of coins, but it looks like it just purely random, because all the bags were different. Some of them were these thin crackly bags, some of them were these thin these thicker more translucent bags. So yeah, there was a range of bags and range of conditions as well. But that was one of the best hunts for a while. And bearing in mind, that's on top of the one that I did earlier. So that's the, I think that was the coin that if it'll focus, that's the coin that I found earlier in the previous hunt, which I think was probably the find of that hunt. But we found another one in this one, and we found two, count them, 2 London centenary coins. But I think the best coin rather in the hunt has to be the Commonwealth. Has to be that one, surely. It's a Wales, it's not a Northern Ireland or anything, but it's not one that I've found for a while, and it's a Commonwealth. I mean, the King James Bible is also a good find. It's not one of the rarer error ones, which I have got one, I think, of one of those, but Yeah, that's a good find. It's a good hunt. So I think it's getting late now, so I think I'll have to end everything there. Let's just check with the chat, see if I've missed. I think I've missed a few. I think I missed a few comments, unfortunately. Sorry about that. Success, big success, says Jim. Success, you reckon, says Monty. Yes, I think it might be a success. Super Hunt says Popcoin King. Right, well done. I need to sleep. Have a good one, says Coin Cupboard. Yep, thanks for tuning in and being here. Coin Cupboard, it's brilliant that you were here for so long, and hopefully you can replicate that in your next hunt. Great hunt. Night, guys, says David. Good night, David. Thanks for tuning in. My mate's going to rib for that, says Konami. Not sure what that was, but probably. Night Andy says Popcorn King. Monty says Night Andy, I'm off too. Great hunt, CoinPig. Night all. Night Monty. Night David says Popcorn King. Konami says amazing. Yay. Jim says okay, nice hunt CP. Good night all. Good night. Colin Thompson says great. Grace? Who's Grace? That was amazing, Colin. The bed is calling, Konami. Good night, CoinPig. Good night all. Good night. Good night, Popcoin King. It's very difficult for me to say your name, Popcoin King. I was put it in the wrong order, but anyway, thanks for tuning in, everybody. Good night, everybody. Yeah, it was a brilliant hunt, and I'll see you all back on Tuesday, hopefully, for the next hunt. If you like it, like it. If you don't, don't. And I'll see you next time. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Peace to Chucky, just in the nick of time, says, reminds me of when I found a Q in an open bag of 50p's. Lol. Yep. No, not £2 50p's, but yeah. I don't want 50p's in my £2 bags, please. Okay, if it's a Q, maybe. But anyway, thanks for tuning in. Night, Feast of Chucky, and good night. Don't